Hey guys, welcome to this month's Plan With Me video. If you haven't been here for one of these videos in the past, basically this is one of those videos where I tend to overshare a little bit, and I do that because my goal is to share exactly how I plan out my months so that I can reach my goals. So in today's video, we're going to be reflecting on the past month. We're going to be doing some planning, of course, setting goals and intentions for next month, keeping in mind that we just want to stay consistent. Be as consistent as we can be, stay on top of it, because that is really what is going to help us to create that life that we want to live. I really enjoy doing these videos. They really help me. They help to keep me accountable. And honestly, these are the types of videos that I like to watch to keep myself motivated. So whenever I see my favorite YouTubers posting videos like this, it helps me to actually sit down and do the same things. So I hope that this has that same effect on you. And also, chatting about these things is kind of like therapy, and we're definitely going to get into it in today's video, especially with all of the ups and downs that we had in April. So yeah, we're gonna have a little chat and it's gonna be nice. I think this might be a little bit on the longer side. I'm definitely going to include some timestamps, so if you want to skip around to whatever interests you the most, feel free to do that. But I definitely recommend that you watch all the way through. I'm sure there'll be something that you can pull from this video. Definitely going to get to know each other a little bit better in today's video. If you like it, make sure you subscribe. This is your reminder to subscribe. We have been growing so quickly these days, and I think that's also because I've been being so consistent with my uploads. Yeah, let's just get into it. Oh, also, in today's video is going to be a little bit different too, because I usually do a separate budget with me money update video. I'm going to kind of combine that with today's video. So we're also going to be talking a little bit about finances in today's video, if that's something that's interesting to you. So before we get into it, I want you guys to tell me how April was for you, and also tell me what you're looking forward to in May. All right, so let's talk about April. April was kind of an emotional month for me. And talking to my friends, I don't know what was in the air, but I feel like it was kind of the same for a lot of people. But if you had a really good April, I'm really happy for you. Like, it was emotional, but it ended on a high note for me. I think the things that really got me through this month was being accountable. I've been holding my accountability meetings every week, getting organized. I completely revamped my Notion and created a schedule for myself that I've been sticking to, and it's been really easy to stick to it just because of how organized it is. Just sitting down and spending time to plan things out, it really does help. So I really think, you know, just taking the time out at the beginning of every month to reflect and plan things out really does set you up for success. Just gotta get that out. My goal is always to find a good balance between being productive and also making time for rest. And I feel like even though April just had like a lot of different things going on, it was still a pretty good, like, balanced month. I never really felt overwhelmed at any point because I was kind of prepared for everything that was coming up. I accomplished some really big things in April. I wrapped up my last big project with a client. I actually took you guys through the process as I was ending that project with that client. I will pop it in right here, so when you guys are done watching this video, you can go check it out and see what a work day is like with me, especially on those types of days where I'm kind of like working late and finishing up client work. I had some goals that I shared with you guys in my last video. Just as a reminder, I'm going to pull those up right now so I can share what those goals are, and then we'll talk about how I did with those goals. Okay, so my goals for April were to work out consistently. I said I wanted to work out 3 times a week and check in with Brandy on Instagram. So I was supposed to post on Instagram and tag her anytime I worked out. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I did not do a very good job with this goal. Sometimes we put goals into a list and they're not actually the things that we really want to focus on, and in this case that was one of those things. I kind of worked out here and there in April, but it wasn't as consistent as I wanted to be, just because I definitely had other things that were more of a priority. I still want to include that as one of my goals for next month, but I'm going to be a little bit more on top of it next month. It's more of a priority next month. My next goal was to post at least 2 times per week on YouTube. I have been doing that. I feel really good. I've been really consistent, and I've been seeing a lot of growth in my YouTube channel in just this past month, which is just wild. So I'm definitely trying to keep up with that. I also wanted to ask what you guys think about the upload schedule. Do you like that I'm posting 2 times a week? Do you think it should be less? Are you having trouble keeping up? Or should I be posting more? let me know. The third one, I wanted to work on rebranding my website and writing an ebook. I get a lot of DMs all the time on Instagram of people just asking for my opinions on things, especially related to St. Croix, like where they can stay, things to do, definitely what to eat, like my favorite restaurants for like different types of occasions. I've literally been thinking about this ebook for years. I have like a full list that I usually send out to people when they ask for recommendations, but I think it would just be nice to go a little bit more in depth and write a quick little ebook. So I really want to work on that. It's a cool project to do. I started working on it this past month, and it's definitely something I'm going to be focusing more on next month. My fourth goal was that I wanted to finish my digital marketing course, and I also have a pitching course that I wanted to work on. I finished the digital marketing course and I got the certification in that. I also took you guys through the process of like working on that in my past vlog, so again, you can go check that out so you can see what that was like. And the pitching course, I did not finish that, but I will be working on that next month, and we're going to dive a little bit more into why I'm doing that course in a little bit. But yeah, overall, like I said, I'm feeling really good. I did finish that certification. That was a big thing on my list for a while that I just had not dedicated time to, but I made the time for it in the last month. I've been really consistent. Honestly, I feel like a completely different person. I know sometimes I kind of give off the vibe that I have things together, but if there was any time that I had things together, last month was it. I also made a huge decision this past month. Since I have closed out all of my contracts with my current clients, I have decided that I'm going to take another chance on myself and give myself some time to just work on content creation. That's doing my YouTube videos, producing reels and TikToks and shorts for YouTube, also pitching. So I mentioned that I was working on a pitching course, and it's basically like an outline of the different types of materials that I'll need in order to pitch and like the best way to do that, like best practices. Yeah, I just really want to work with more travel brands for sure, more lifestyle brands, but definitely travel brands. I definitely want to work with brands in the Virgin Islands, in St. Croix and St. Thomas. So that could be anything from like hotels, Airbnbs, rental car agencies, anyone really that would benefit from having content for their websites, social media. That's what I'm focusing on, basically getting all those materials together and hopefully pitching and getting some clients in from that side. So for now, I will be taking a little break from actually managing people's social media accounts and doing more content creation for their marketing. I just can't believe like how different my view is now compared to how I was a few years ago. With decisions like this, I tend to overthink a lot. That's definitely how I have been in the past, and I did spend a lot of time thinking about this and trying to decide if this was the right time, the right decision to be doing this. I definitely think it's the right time, the right decision. I mean, honestly, I'm looking at it in the same way that I looked at things over a year ago, year and a half ago, when I left my job to start doing social media work. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. I'll just go back to what I was doing before. So if I try pitching to clients to just do content creation and that doesn't work out, it's fine. I'll just recruit more social media clients after. Whether it'll be the right decision, I don't know. But I will say that when I did decide to leave my job, since then, you know, things have really worked out well. I definitely haven't made as much money as I made while I was working my full-time job, but I am so much happier with life. I've been able to do so many things. I've had so many opportunities, cool opportunities to work with different businesses. I've been able to travel a lot. I've had a lot more free time to like focus on myself and to just be with family and spend a lot more quality time with them. So honestly, I'm just very happy, very grateful, in a really good position. And so I feel like if I could take it one step further and actually do content creation and just like focus more on creating my own content, things that I really care about and have fun doing, like on YouTube especially, only more good can come from that, I hope. My birthday was also this past month. You guys saw in my past video, I wasn't that excited about my birthday, but it was actually pretty nice. My aunt actually stayed up really late making a cake for me and for my great aunt because her birthday is also on the same day, and the cake was really good. I didn't like leave and do anything special. I just didn't feel like it, but it was a chill birthday. I had a fine time. I don't know what else to say about it. I didn't have my usual like crisis. I feel like I haven't had a like full-on birthday crisis since like my 25th birthday, when I was kind of like questioning what I was doing with my life and where I was gonna go. That was also like right up as the pandemic hit. I'm 28 now, which is wild to to think about. Yeah, we ended the month off on a good note. I feel like reflecting on the past month, it was a really good month. I'm really happy with it, and I hope that I can just continue some of the habits that I started in April and bring those through to May and hopefully get a little bit further. Now that we've done all of this reflection and I've shared like my thoughts on April, I want to share with you guys what my theme is going to be for May. I decided that I'm going to create themes for each month. This is kind of inspired by Zoe Pritchard. I watch her videos all the time. She recently started doing this and I thought it was a really good idea. So my theme for May is going to be gratitude. I have a lot of things to be grateful for. In May, I'm looking forward to going back to St. Croix, seeing friends that I haven't seen in a while. I have a lot of plans to see friends that I literally haven't seen in years. I'm also really grateful that I can take this time to work more on content creation. I'm grateful for like my change in my mindset, that I'm even allowing myself to do this again. Okay, so let me share my May goals with you guys. If you would like, you can tell me what your goals are for May. If you haven't started thinking about it, just think about it and then leave a comment down below. So my goals for May are just building off of my goals for April. I'm so sorry about these birds outside. They're actually parrots. The parrots are very loud today. Anyway, so my May goals. I'm building off of my goals for April. So again, I want to work out 3 times per week. My second goal is to post 2 times per week on YouTube. And again, that's because I set up this whole structure in Notion that has been helping me to stay on track. I am also going to add in that I want to post 1 reel and TikTok and shorts per week. I have a lot of clips on my phone that I recorded just to make reels and I never did it. So I'm just going to edit them all and finally start posting. That's my goal, to actually get all of that content out because I worked on it, so why not? The world needs to see it. My third one is to finish my pitching course and create all of my pitching materials. And then the fourth one is to finish my website and my ebook. I did have a website, didn't really advertise it that much on my YouTube channel, but I do have a website, but it's offline right now because I've been revamping it. So my plan is to have that done and have the ebook done by the end of May and available on the website. So we have a lot of stuff happening in May and I'm really excited for it. I also have really high hopes because, like I said, this Notion has completely changed my life. Like, it's literally changed my life. If you guys want another Notion tour, because in my last video I did a screen recording and I showed you exactly what my Notion looked like. If you want another Notion tour, just let me know and I'll go through it and show you exactly how I set everything up, because I feel like the more that I work on it, the more organized my Notion is, the more organized my life is, and the more successful I will be. I'm a Notion stan. One day, like, I'm putting this out into the world, I would love for Notion to partner with me on a video. Just sponsored by Notion. Okay, and to end off this video, we've been talking for a while now, but I feel like we need to get into the finances a little bit. This will just be a quick recap. One of my big financial updates that I have for you guys is that I paid off all of my credit cards. So that feels like a weight that is completely lifted off of my shoulders. I told you guys in my last money management video that I really wanted to work through all of my tax stuff, and then I don't think I told you guys, actually, I was not paying myself until I was done with all of my tax stuff. So I finally decided to pay myself from the business so that I could pay off my personal credit card bills. Okay, so I have my spreadsheet in front of me now. I think the highlights from this month's budget is just that there were a lot of unexpected, expected purchases. So there were things that I knew that were coming up, but in my last video I didn't mention them because I didn't think about them. Those things included traveling back to the Virgin Islands. I needed to buy my ticket, so I did that this month. Obviously that was like a bigger purchase. I purchased the pitching course. That was a big purchase. That's actually going to be paid in increments. I had a lingering bill from Carnival time that I knew was coming up, but I completely just forgot to even talk about it in the budget or like account for it when I was creating my budget for May. Good thing about that is that it's going to be a business expense. And then tax preparation, so that was also a big cost. If you guys are curious, I paid $300 for tax preparation and I think it was worth it. I hope. You guys let me know how much you paid for tax preparation, but basically I needed somebody in the VI to do all of my taxes for me and to send off the taxes that go to the states and then actually do like the local taxes. So they did all that stuff for me. All I had to do was e-sign, pay them, and it was done. So it was a lot of stress off of my shoulders. Yeah, it's done now. and I feel really good about it. In the last video, I mentioned that I would try to be a little bit more open about like what my business expenses are. So my business expenses for the last month all added up to $1,282.77. So business expenses are pretty high sometimes, but like I said, sometimes a lot of my personal expenses can count as business expenses, so that's why. And we had some unusual things this month, like the tax preparation, like I mentioned. Other than that, I don't have too many expenses on the personal side. So my total was $1,681.72. Those were my expenses for the past month. I will have to make some adjustments to my budget for next month because I know that I will be in Croix and that I will want to spend a little bit more on like food and stuff. My plan while I'm there is to film pretty much every day, so hopefully some of those expenses will also be business expenses, so I won't have to worry too much about it, but I will definitely have to revamp my budget. But for now, I'll tell you what my numbers are on here. I did pay the phone bill, but I actually paid it on May 1st, so it's not actually reflected in April. So for utilities, I'm leaving that max at $150. Food, I have that as $100. Personal care, so that's like hair, eyebrows, gym and stuff, I have that at $80. I'm hoping that while I'm in St. Kariel, I'll be able to go to the gym. Transportation, I have that at $70. Miscellaneous, just other things, I have that at $100. So should be a good month. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you will find some time to reflect a little bit on last month and plan for the coming month. If you do, let me know. Let me know if you like these types of videos and I will continue them. If you like the format of this video compared to the last one, let me know. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.